So.
John, the place was electric when Sydney just walked out onto the track. This might be the race of the night. Everyone looking forward to seeing what Sydney will do.
Megan Tapper there in lane 1. Certainly popular from Jamaica, but not Sid popular.
This is Tia Jones. She's making her 3rd appearance as a Grand Slam challenger. 12:19. She was just off the American record only because she finished 2nd in Miami. Great race.
Taji Kambuji here from Switzerland. Her sister had to finish her season. She just announced she's pregnant. She needs your pediatrician. She wouldn't come over because she couldn't fly.
And here she is. The queen of the oval, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, has dropped down to the women's short hurdle. She's running the 100 hurdles and the 100. Everybody's waiting to see what she'll do here.
Kira Nugent's been 3rd and 4th in the hurdle races and then has blistered the open 100. See what she's got. Her day, you know, she'll be counted on the next day to figure out how this goes.
Yeah, the 2 Jamaicans side by side. Daniel Williams won the Slam in Kingston. Nugent won in Miami. What will they do here?
Tania Marshall, part of Dennis Shaver's sprint crew down there in LSU. He just finds fast women all the time. They never let up.
Yeah, and they said that she looked really, really good in warm-ups. This is Christina Clemens. She's making her Grand Slam debut. She's an Olympic semifinalist and a world indoor silver medalist back in 2018.
And if you're
this is it, the moment we've been waiting for.
If you're wondering how this goes, 12:61, the facility record for 11 for 11 clean sweeps. Steve Cram.
Sydney gets out. 100-meter hurdles. Nugent has got to wait quickly. Also going well. Tia Jones over the far side. It's Nugent just leading this one at the moment. Nugent's got this. Akira Nugent continues to go away. Wins it easily in the end. 12:44. Sydney just not on terms in an event we wouldn't necessarily expect it to be. Tia Jones did hang on for 2nd place after getting out sharp, but Nugent stamped her authority all over that race there. Got out well, was up with Jones, who we know can get out quickly. So does Tapper as well, but then she just continued to move away from them. Sydney 5th. Great athletes like a challenge.
I'd rather see her challenge herself, man. If I'm being honest, we know what she can do in the 4 hurdles. We've seen it for years. She's constantly racing the clock. I'd like to see her race people, and she did it. I think she has a desire to do that as well. You know, you got to be able to do things to keep the heat under you. I think she realizes that. She actually got out decently. Having Akira right next to her, though, when you're next to that kind of cadence, it can actually throw you off because this is something that she doesn't necessarily feel all the time. She's on a stagger usually, and doesn't always have athletes right next to her. So that's new for her. And to see someone 3-stepping that quickly right next to you,
yeah,
it's not that simple to run next to.
I mean, technically, she's only raced this twice, I think, since 2021.
Yeah. So,
you know, and until you get in the mix with the fast people, it's all right in training and everything, but you know, she did pretty well there. She's beaten some good athletes.
Grand Slam Day 2, go through the lane assignments. After being in lane 1 for the first race, Anna Hall gets a really big head start this time around out there in lane 8.
Yeah, I like her in lane 8. She can open up those big strides and really see what she can do. This is Andranette Knight of Jamaica. She was 2nd to Sid in the 400 hurdles, has run on 4x14s for Jamaica, so she is familiar with running good 400s.
And there's Shamir Little, who just missed out on the Olympic team, got gold in the 4x4. Some people thought because she tried to qualify in the 400 and the hurdles, maybe cost her.
And here is the woman that a lot of people, one of the greatest athletes on the track. She's 3 times a world record holder over 400-meter hurdles. And she really wants to do special things in the 400 as well, John. So I think this gives her the opportunity to get the practice that it takes to be great at 400 meters as well.
As we said, she's the 2nd fastest American ever in the flat 400 behind Sonia Richards-Ross. In there to lane 2, we've got Sarah Carley, twice an Olympian for Australia. She was 5th over the hurdles in the opening race here of their series, their 2 events.
And rounding out the field, Cassandra Tate, now 34 years old, has been a staple, a part of the 400 hurdles for a really long time. Tough lane draw for her, but she has a lot of experience.
That's a tight curve for everybody when they got to go around. Once around, no hurdles. I figure what? Give us 50 seconds. It'll be the 50 seconds of your day.
A bit of a long hold there, but they're away safely. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone moving up on Shamir Little already out on the outside. We're watching for this battle for second place perhaps, and Anna Hall has started quickly down the back straight. Shamir Little now really moving up on Adrienne Knight as well, so Little's really getting into this. Sydney's got somebody to work off here, chasing Shamir Little, perhaps holding her through that first 200 metres. Maybe a little bit breezy down the back straight, and now the stagger starts to unwind. Anna Hall on the outside in 8. Right there with Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, but when they come into the home straight, that's going to turn into a 3, 4, 5 metre lead. And away she goes now. The speed and the strength and the poise. Gliding down the home straight. Others are fighting behind her holes, trying to hang on ahead of Adrienne Knight. It's going to be Sydney to take it, 49.7. And Anna Hall gets second place. The gap here was small, whereas in the 400-metre hurdles, Adrienne Knight had 3.5 tenths, which is more like sort of 3 meters or so. Here, look at the gap. Hall fought hard. There's Sydney away, closest to the camera. Hall outleans, outdips Adrienne Knight, but the gap not big enough. This time, it was only 12 hundredths of a second, so it means the Jamaican will take second place.
I think Sydney looked pretty comfortable the entire way. 49.69 like that. I mean, that's something that she can feel happy about. What I like about Sydney is that the running position that she sets up in is very, very good. Very good range to the back, very good range to the front. Hips right in front of her. Very stable. You can do a lot of things with that type of running form. And she does do a lot of things with that kind of running form.
There's the champ, Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. And Sonia, every time I see it's like you really want to see somebody push her and get a good race.
A bit of a long hold there, but they're away safely. Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone moving up on Shamir Little already out on the outside. We're watching for this battle for second place perhaps, and Anna Hall has started quickly down the back straight. Shamir Little now really moving up on Adrienne Knight as well, so Little's really getting into this. Sydney's got somebody to work off here, chasing Shamir Little, perhaps holding her through that first 200 metres. Maybe a little bit breezy down the back straight, and now the stagger starts to unwind. Anna Hall on the outside in 8. Right there with Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone, but when they come into the home straight, that's going to turn into a 3, 4, 5 metre lead. And away she goes now. The speed and the strength and the poise. Gliding down the home straight. Others are fighting behind her holes, trying to hang on ahead of Adrienne Knight. It's going to be Sydney to take it, 49.
The final stretch of the evening wasn't just competition. It unfolded like a gripping two-part story, each race delivering its own kind of drama and intensity. In Philadelphia, all eyes were locked on Sydney McLaughlin-Levrone. An Olympic champion and a dominant force in the 400-meter hurdles, she stepped outside her comfort zone to test herself in the far less forgiving world of short hurdles. The anticipation was electric. The crowd expected brilliance, another statement performance from a proven superstar. But sport doesn't follow scripts, and almost instantly it became clear that this race would take a different direction. Akra Nugent didn't just start well, she exploded off the line with purpose and confidence. Every hurdle was attacked with precision, every stride carried intent. While others tried to stay within striking distance, Nugent steadily pulled away, turning a high-profile contest into a showcase of her own ability. This wasn't just a win, it was a breakthrough moment happening in real time. Nugent didn't simply defeat a favorite, she disrupted expectations and announced herself as a serious force on the global stage. There was a boldness in her performance, a sense of fearlessness that defines rising stars. She ran like someone who wasn't intimidated by reputations, only focused on opportunity. In contrast, the 100-meter race that followed told a completely different story, one not of surprise, but of total control. Shericka Jackson stepped onto the track not as a contender, but as the benchmark. Where the previous race thrived on unpredictability, this one was defined by precision. Jackson ran with composure, clarity, and authority, executing her race plan to near perfection. From the opening strides, it was evident she operated on a different level. While others pushed to find rhythm and acceleration, Jackson already had command of the race. Her mechanics were clean, her power effortless, and her presence unmistakable. It felt less like she was reacting to the field and more like she was dictating the outcome in real time. What made the night truly memorable was this contrast. Nugent embodied emergence, raw energy, risk-taking, and the thrill of a new name rising fast. Jackson represented mastery, experience, consistency, and the quiet dominance of an athlete at the peak of her powers. Together, these performances highlight something bigger than individual victories. Jamaican sprinting isn't just dominant, it's evolving. It continuously produces both rising talents ready to shake up the hierarchy and established champions who continue to raise the standard. It's this blend of youth and experience, unpredictability, and control, that ensures one thing remains constant: whenever Jamaican sprinters step onto the track, something special is about to happen.